Hello, hello. We are live from DJ Nasty's studio. Systems in place. Welcome back.
Hey,
Hello. Thank you guys for joining back once again. We right here.
What is this, episode 5?
4.
4?
Your number.
It's 4. It's 4. And it's also, what else is it today? What else is it today, guys?
Somebody's 4-year anniversary.
Wigs by V. Wigs by V.
Happy birthday, Wigs by V.
Happy birthday.
So, today we're celebrating our 4th. We're always celebrating our fucking episode.
Dude, we celebrate a lot.
You gotta celebrate it like
you know,
you have
like it's
to
the
celebrate.
first one. So today we're celebrating our 4th episode, and we're celebrating Wigs by V's 4th anniversary, 11/11.
Wow.
11/11,
Cool.
2016 is when Wigs by V was born. And here we are 4 years later.
Here we are, all because you went for it.
Went for it. So if you're thinking of something or doing something, go for it. Shout out to one of my girlfriends who just went for it and got her own suite.
Jackie,
Jackie.
should we name drop her?
I didn't even want. wasn't sure, but hey, I'm sure we can do that. We'll tag her underneath. She's
Yes,
amazing.
J Alterations, right?
Yes, she hems all of my pants. Actually, she's done a lot of things, but mainly pants because I'm so short. And I like the high waisted ones. So like, she just cuts it just perfectly. I put those pants on, boom. Or like when I put my boots, it's like really easy to just put them on, because like before I would have to like fold a pant.
That's what I kind of have to do here a little bit.
Yeah, but no, that's like nothing. Like compared to like it would be like a lot. And she just, and now like what I love about her is that since she took my measurements, she knows me. She keeps that on file. I just like, I know there was one day that I was like, oh my God, I need it tomorrow. Can you do that? And she's like, yeah, boom. You know, obviously book with time, book an appointment with her, do it. But she is amazing. And she also does like a lot of custom stuff. So we'll tag her underneath.
That's awesome. Congrats,
That's cool.
Jackie.
Congrats, Jackie. And
Oh,
I
'cause
think
she went
I know
for
Jackie
it.
too, so I've seen her. Yeah. I've seen her a couple times, and I think we partied with her pretty much too. So okay. So, but I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind because wedding seasons are gonna be coming up, and I do a lot of alterations to my pants too, because the dress pants and everything for
Perfect.
weddings, and then the suits and everything. So, ooh, we're gonna keep that in mind.
Awesome.
Well,
That's
she's at my
awesome.
salon suite.
Oh,
so you
okay,
can
close
definitely
by.
come visit her.
Yeah, there we go. And it's definitely, that's cool how you guys jump into the idea, man. Don't be afraid. One of the biggest things that, has kept me from doing a podcast, is just being afraid of what people are going to say, or if they're not going to listen or whatever. But the other day I was listening, there's 20, how many, 9 billion, 8 billion people on this planet. The podcast scene seems like so big, but in reality, the people that it's reaching right now, it's totally minimum. It's not even 25% of humanity that are listening to podcasts yet. So it's a huge opportunity to be heard, and just get your ideas out there. Stuff like this, anything that you kind of just want to talk about, within, whether it's, just your business adventures or your life adventures, it's super awesome, just to start a conversation between your friends and everything. And and how helpful it is. I think it's helped us, within this last month. And I think that's why we celebrate so much, just to be here with each other, because it's just such that milestone that we're proving to each other that we can be here and, keep it going.
Yep. Something I said to someone that told me that they wanted to start their own podcast was, you're literally recording a piece of time. People write stories and make movies and stuff. We are literally documenting our lives. And this is such a crazy year in this century that, we get to talk about what happened and our kids could listen to it. Like how I was telling Jazz, if she's ever seen your videos and stuff, stuff like that. That's why I love Snapchat, because it always sends you on this year. I send them all to Caleb when he was a baby and stuff. And I'll write the date this was, on this day, whatever, and I'll share it with him. And so he has it now, and it's not just sitting in my Snapchat. I sent it to him. And so he goes and he will watch his little videos and stuff. I
That's
don't know.
really cool. That's really cool. It's pictures and all of that. And it really is. That's so cool.
It's a piece in time that we get to keep. Yeah, because you you have so much memory to store. Like you can't remember like every single aspect, but then once you go back to a picture or even a video, you're just like, wow, that day just becomes so vivid in your mind. It's just crazy how it can bring up that little file and stuff.
You can even smell certain things just by like looking at something.
That's so true.
Yes.
Well, we kind of veered off a little bit off, but again, we're celebrating V's 4th birthday, so that's the vibe for today. I actually am not wearing a wig. If you guys are wondering, this is my natural hair. I've been asked today a few times if I was wearing a wig or not, but yeah, we let the hair down today.
You kind of do keep people guessing, like, hey, what are you wearing today? He's like, is it a wig or not? I think everybody's trying to like figure it out.
Yeah, like well, at least no one's like tried pulling it or something. Like, is this your hair?
Well, even if they do, it's glued.
Yeah.
The person gets slapped, right? So V, tell us a little bit, like, I mean, obviously your journey has been like it's been a roller coaster of like, you know, so like tell us a little bit like what is like one of your most favorite things that you probably have about your business that you've learned in the past 4 years? Like, what's your favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing would have to be the connection that I get with clients. It's you get to meet the most amazing people in the world, and you get to ask yourself, like, how is it possible that this amazing person is dealing with whatever health issue it is that is causing them to lose hair. Told you guys 1,000 times, it's hard to wear wigs, or at least I believe it's hard to wear wigs, daily wearing wigs. Imagine not having hair and being sick. So that's my favorite part, because I feel like I get to connect with them. I get to meet their lives. Their stories are kind of just different. You get to hear and meet people. I guess you stop time for that minute and you connect with someone and you get to help them. I guess that would be my favorite part.
That's the connection that you build with your customers. I think that is cool, because it just makes you feel that much more a part of their life too, and know that you're helping them in that aspect. You know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I feel like they'll always remember me. Like, they'll always know. And everybody that comes into my salon like knows that I have a good heart.
Oh,
everybody. Like, I can't name you one upset client. Maybe the person that wrote me that bad check, but I don't think there's anybody out there.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe that person was not in the best of times, so like they wrote you that bad check. But you know, I guess everybody else is in their own circumstances, right? Maybe that person needed it more at that time, right? We can always look at it as that. As
you know,
that
funny
aspect,
you said that.
right? You know, like
yeah.
But you know, those maneras, it hurt our pockets too. So I mean, it kind of sucks.
I think it hurt more my heart. Like, oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, because you lose that little trust in people, right? That you want to give it to everybody. You don't want to give it. You don't want to lose that into everybody that comes in. You know, you want to be able to be like, hey, I can trust you to give that, but now you.
Well, it was kind of when we first started the podcast that it happened, right? It was, I think we talked about it.
Like 2 weeks.
Did we?
We talked about your keys, but it was all like around the same time.
Oh yeah, that was such a weird week for you.
Yeah,
That
it was really bad.
Yeah, but we have to remember that the bad happens because good is coming, or at least I've tried to tell myself that. Obviously, when those things were happening, I wasn't thinking like that. I was trying, but they'd be like, oh, but this or that and certain things. But now we're sitting here 4 years in, and we were given, or we thought that we had this blessing, and then like something happened, and that included like COVID and everything else you can think of. And then funny, because like, when was it, little? Like a few days ago, right?
What?
Just a few days ago that we got.
It was on
just a few days
Friday.
ago. Friday.
On Friday.
So, and we're looking at Wednesday. So just a few days ago, we got those news like as being like really, really great news. We can't share yet, but we will soon. And just the fact that we're sitting here celebrating 4 years is pretty awesome, because I wanted to be like really like, hooray, let's go, like go for it, like how we usually are, but like I can't.
How we were last time.
I need to go listen to those, because I'm not there. And you have to remember that it's okay to not always be like, yes, just do it. Like, it's just, as a person or as a human plus a business owner, I think of like 1,001 scenarios. And I bet you anything that none of those things are going to happen. So why don't we just, like Little said, go for it? I don't know, but sometimes it's okay to feel certain ways or
You
not.
have to go with your gut. And I think, like, when you're saying you have to, like, as a business person or whatever, as a human, you have to, like, stop and just take it all in. Sometimes you just need to stop and, overanalyze things. Sometimes you have to, because, okay, that last time we were like, so whatever, but what if we were like right now?
Yeah, and that's the thing that I want to tell you guys is, like, if your gut tells you to do it, just do it. If you're in your heart, to do it, just do it, because I know it, but I'm like questioning it. What am I doing? Just wasting time.
Las oportunidades se van.
Sí.
That's the thing that is
No
one
van a
thing
esperar.
that my dad engraved in my head for the longest time. He's always like, hey, there's a, like, if you see a good deal, take it, because you're gonna leave and be like, God, I should have got it.
Find window of opportunity.
Yeah,
my friends.
because we would go to the swap meet a lot, so I'd be like, oh man, and then so I would go back and I'd be like ready to buy whatever I wanted, and then I'm like, I'm coming back bummed out. It's like, what? Oh, I already bought it. It's like, yeah, la desidia,
La
desidia, desidia, se llama así, like being undecisive, la desidia.
That sounds like deceiving or
like
something.
deceiving,
yeah, pretty
right?
strong. I was like,
La
okay,
desidia and stuff. But it's kind of like trippy because, like, you have to, there's been times when I haven't followed my gut instinct to, and, things happen where you crash here. Like, I've had that happen to me where I've had, like, I went the wrong way and I chose to go through this streets and stuff like that, and then I got pulled over. And it's like, ¿por qué? Why? If you always go this way and this is the right way, and then you te la decidiaste, you're doing something bad, you're doing, so you try to be
The
slick,
little
boom,
devil on your shoulders.
Yeah,
100%.
No, come this
so
way.
come this way,
100%.
and then boom. So, like, in everything in life, there's gut things that happen, like your gut instinct is actually a gut instinct for a reason. Y me han pasado eso, like, it's super true how you say, like, follow your gut instinct. Like, if it says jump and do it.
If it says go for it, go for it.
And even if it doesn't say go for it, go for it. I mean, figure it out on the way. I'm going to take my own advice. We'll just figure it out. It's an amazing opportunity, blessing. It's like, why not?
But failure, failure is it's a way of learning. You know what I mean? It's a way of you bettering yourself and being able to, like, set forth different rules and different plans and different systems in place. You can always, turn around and fix something that you have already started. But if you haven't started something and you're not there yet, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna be able to fix anything because you don't know what's going on wrong with it. So if you're taking that step and you're moving and you're growing, you're gonna be able to, just put it all together. Even if some pieces need to be taken out and be thrown away, you're gonna be adding new things to it. So.
That's how I felt when I first started my podcast. That's kind of was my motto was I'm just getting started. And I would tell myself, like, start. You don't have to do it all the time, but just go back to it. Just go back to it and make sure it's always on the back of your mind that you have to go back to it. And I did. And I threw some stuff away.
Okay.
Came back to it.
That's awesome. That's the only way we can learn. I mean, it's super awesome, man. DJing, working in different aspects of the industries, and you do learn a lot. You have to be able to be teachable, man. Be teachable. Like, let yourself be learned. Like let yourself be taught. Don't always think of somebody, because there's people will teach you things, but they're gonna teach you in, like, the most weirdest fucking way. Because I've had, like, awesome people that teach me shit, but they teach me and they're yelling at me all the time. You know what I mean? But if you are not smart about it, you don't, like, oh man, this person kind of, like, does know, like, what he's doing, but he just has a weird way of communicating to me. So then, I have to flip it around and, like, block that. But because
don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal, because a lot of people be like, man, fuck that guy, he's no se la pasa gritando, he doesn't do it. But I've seen people that are super smart and they want to teach you, but because of the fact that they don't find people that they like, or they're not teachable, they don't. So I'm just like, I try to like conform myself to everywhere that I go and see what people are doing and what knowledge they can give to me, because I want to learn. I want to learn different things, graphic design, printing, you have shirts, there's so many things that as you go, for me, it's like, I want to learn more and more of what I am interested in, right? So like we kind of like be attached to like, so if I want to make shirts, I want to make my own shirts. If we want to make, like your wigs, I would love to like find out how to make wigs. Why can't we get them in a cheaper place? Why can't we go through direct to the wholesale person that makes like that person that's like actually designer wigs, like where we want to just throw that wig? You know what I mean? Why can't we think like that? Why can't we blow up to be that type of person where it's like, no, we specially not, they're specially catered to you in that type of aspect.
Custom wigs by Wigs by V.
Custom alternative wigs.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have to think like that. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's just being like on top of your game. And it's challenging to do, but I mean, the only way to do it is just one step at a time. It's like, what are we doing? You have that vision. How are we doing it? Even if you're just writing it down, just write it down. Draw it out. If you don't have your salon yet, that's fine. Just plan it out. I know I have in my notebook like how I draw, like where I'm gonna put my stuff at the salon, like if we're gonna do different things, or when I was like moving, because I've moved like 2 times and
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times.
La Jolla to Escondido, and then the other Escondido location. Oh yeah, 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. So every time, like before moving, I'd be like, oh, this is gonna go here, there, and that. And sometimes it wouldn't be like that, but just having like the idea, it's like you have a plan. And again, just write it down. It helps.
And then that vision board that you have too, that you were talking about last time, I think I like that too. I like that idea. And I was listening back to the episode, and I was like, oh, she's magazines. I was like, why is she keeping magazines? And then you said vision. I was like, oh, because you cut them out from the magazines and then you put them up. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's pretty cool, because you get your little crafty side out too, like your kid side, and you're like,
we should do one here since you have so much space.
I think we should.
We should do one. I'll bring all my magazines.
Yeah, that's so cool. So
that'd be dope.
That's a cool vision board to have. And like it's just crafty ways of getting, different ideas. Some of us have a calendar that we need to put up, an alarm system. You have your vision board, and like, your vision board, like you're gonna make that happen.
Absolutely.
Like, no matter what happens, like no matter what, if that is right there, your vision, and this is what your heart is set on and your goals are set on, you will definitely achieve it. And I'm very sure that everybody can.
It's a superpower that we all have. But if it's out, that's why there's so many signs. Like you drive from one corner to another, you'll see all these signs for foods and stuff. It's the same thing at home. You have to do that. Watch the movie The Secret, and it really just explains it about it. And not just that, just Google it. Instead of logging into social media, I like Google, vision boards, and it'll like really break it down. Like, it is powerful to just have that, and it's a reminder. And you may not get it like next year, but 20 years down the line, you get that big old house with a pool or whatever your vision is.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, it's not really like, a vision board isn't like, yeah, I have my, mansion. And then people are like, well, you're never going to get a mansion. You're like,
not with that mindset.
Not with that mindset. But,
Sure.
My mansion is there because I'm going to be building towards it. You're going to, my next house is going to be like this. My next house after that one's going to be like that. And then, I'm going to be making more income because I'm going to want that mansion. So it's not just the fact. Sometimes people look at it, well, you're silly. You can't have 4 Lamborghinis. No, well, the thing is that I'm making it be viable, that I'm going to be able to afford 4 Lamborghinis. I'm going to be bringing in that money. I'm going to be looking for different alternatives to make money, different sources of income. One of the biggest things that kind of like has been helping me out throughout this pandemic, for me, like as an income, is just being able to have multiple sources of income. And it's something that I read in The Secret, like the book, or Papa Rico, Papa Pobre, I don't know. It was one of those ones. So, and they talk about having multiple sources of income, just having like DJing, and I have like design print, then plus you have your 8-hour job. So you know what I mean? Like at first it seems like a lot of work is like a lot of pressure, right? Like cuando estaba pensando, like I'm like, damn, there is like a lot of things that I have to do. But then once you have everything in place, yeah, you already have your customers already coming in. So they already come in, you know, weekly or monthly or whatever it is, you know, and then you have your gigs on the side. You already have your stuff already prepared. So you build your life around this whole, you know, it's not a fact that, you know, that you're losing more time, but you're building the time around you to be able to make it for everybody else and everything else.
You're planting the seeds and watering them, and before you know it, you get that fruit.
Yeah,
it really is. It's your bread and butter clients.
Yeah, and it does. Yeah, because like if I've kind of like, you know, been able to keep up to like 5 clients, you know, that I just have residual income coming in with them and being able to keep them happy and make sure that they get their designs in and everything like that. And it's showing, you know what I mean? It's showing that, you know, a little consistency. And like you said, being likable with your clients, being able to be there and be able to like help them out in that instant when they need you to go, you know, and drive to Vista and be there on a Sunday. It doesn't matter. You have to be there and be able to take that 2 hour, you know, 3 hours of your day and be able to help them out. You know, it's those little things that people look that you're going to make those connections, and it's going to make your business grow. And that's the only way that right now businesses are kind of growing. If you see, you know, any types of businesses right now that are really flourishing are like mom and pop shops, because everybody feels like they need to support those shops because, you know, this pandemic hurt so bad everybody, all the mom and pop shops, that whether if we go into another, you know, if we close down again, like most of these mom and pop shops are not going to make it. You know, a lot of them are going to go down, and then, you know, I can feel it with, you know, with the energy around us, you know, like the energy is going to start falling even deeper, you know, because you're going to see like your favorite restaurants being closed down. So it's going to be like even worse to even go out to eat, or, you know, you're going to have to different alternatives, you know. So, or
maybe not even be able to go out to eat if something was to go down again. We already lived it. So.
And so we want to be able to, like, you know, like I said, you know, learn, be able to be a teachable person. I know right now we might have to, you know, take in a second job, and it might have to be dishwasher. It might have to be, you know, a garbage or whatever. It doesn't
they
matter.
They are hiring,
you know,
I saw.
Yeah, and their Edco is hiring
Edco's
too.
hiring.
Like, and they pay really good, I heard too. They pay like 16, 17.
And what other one was hiring?
So,
I think the county was hiring too.
Oh yeah, the Escondido, like, but most of those jobs you can't smoke, guys, so better be clean, motherfuckers.
There's stuff you can take to be
the good stuff.
Yes,
the good stuff. But yeah, but let's, you know, like I've said, like, you know, don't fall back on that mentality that there's no jobs out there. Trust me, there's jobs out there for everybody. You know, right now we might have to contemplate and like start picking up cans, like, yes we can, you know,
because obviously you can make money.
Because obviously you can make money, guys. I gave this idea out on our first podcast, and I told you guys, my dad told me, if you need money, wake up 5, 6 in the morning. Every gas station has all the landscapers, all the people early in the morning. They're all drinking Red Bulls. They're all drinking, you know, they're like morning giddy up. You know, they're dumping out their beers from the day before. You know, so trust me, if you don't get $50 in 2 days, like I don't know, you're doing something wrong. But you know, that's where I got that idea. You know what I mean? Like that's a freebie. So if you
7
need money,
streams of income, motherfucker. Recycle is one.
Recycle is one.
And you're helping.
That's an income. It is.
It is.
So, and it's not taxable because you don't have to, I mean, you're not really reporting that one too. So you're supposed to.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? Utopia, when the little fox, it's like a whole scheme that they have. They go get an ice cream, and then they use the ice cream for color to make little ice cream. So
don't do that. Don't do that. Be legit. And talking about, like, honestly, like, JIT is a reminder. We have a reminder of our Yes We Cans.
Yes We Cans. We are looking for a family in need. If you know of a family that could use $50 for their groceries this week,
let us know.
Let us know.
If you're listening
Drop
to
it down in the comments, or let us know on our Instagram. Follow us on our Instagram. We should put it on our stories
System
too.
in place.
At System in Place.
So actually, we have a flyer that's going to be dropping later on today.
Yes.
So you can share that.
So please share that.
We would really appreciate.
Forgot about that. How could we forget that today it drops?
It's okay. But we do have the flyer, and if we don't hear from anybody, we do have Little has plans of Go ahead.
What
Where are you going? Well, you're going to share it in different.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of sharing it on Escondido Friends, either that page or the other page that says the Giving Tree, I think.
Okay, the Giving Tree.
The Giving Tree.
You've heard of that
But
one?
we'll see. We're still deciding if we're gonna put it on Facebook. If someone on Instagram, that kind of like listens, maybe.
You'd rather do that.
Yeah. So we're either gonna do that or do the other thing.
Okay, yes.
But yes, we can.
Yes.
And then another thing is like, I mean, Thanksgiving's around the corner too. So
Yes.
if we can maybe round up some not cans, but like canned food drive, like that'd be cool. I mean, let's plan out something cool where we
Or
maybe do
you
like
guys
a
can
little
give us the
fundraisers.
cans from Thanksgiving,
Oh, there you go.
and we'll come by and pick them up.
Oh,
Ooh,
that'd
I
be
like
cool.
that.
That'd be
Yes.
cool.
Can we do that, please?
Yeah, we'll come back
Yes.
and pick them up like that Saturday.
Or or
Ooh.
even like if you need like an extra day. I mean, or if we need an extra day.
I know.
No, but
I'm gonna
it
be
would just
stuffed.
it's for a good cause. It's
Yes.
for a really, really good cause, and we would just really appreciate if you guys can help us. I mean, why not?
Yeah, help us help somebody.
Oh yes, we definitely want to help. somebody.
Because it's hard out here. I fucking saw this lady the other day pushing her cart barefoot in the rain. I was like, man.
Was she homeless?
I think so.
Oh,
It's sad,
pobrecita,
Yeah, I'm
because
sure
it's
she
fucking
was.
cold.
I know, that's what I thought. It broke my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
They say
sad.
that California has a mental health issue with homeless, or it is a homeless problem that
Yeah,
has mental. Like it sucks. Like most of these people are like, I've heard about it. Like my barber, he talks about it because his his wife works with like special kids and stuff, and like he's like, yeah, most kids after they turn 18, like they don't have anywhere to go. And they're mentally unstable, or they have problems, schizophrenia. Their parents, their family doesn't want them anymore. So where do they end up? In the streets. And people think that it's just like people that have done drugs and done this and that. And in reality, it's just that they're just probably, no están muy bien en la cabeza. They stop taking their meds and stuff like that. And it sucks, that, we don't have that type of resources around here to be able to help out our homeless, And it sucks because it does break everybody's heart. And it sucks to see everybody, because that's your human, that's your brother right there. We're all human. At the end of the day, no matter what, we should all have the same opportunity that we want to have.
Have each other's back like that.
Yeah, and because if our neighborhood looks like shit, we all look like shit.
Yeah,
If
and
our
there's
home
just
looks
so
like
much
shit.
in the world. Like
Yeah.
you can probably buy a pair of sneakers for like $1. Like if I like, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to give her shoes, but where the fuck? ¿Dónde vas a sacar zapatos?
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. But it's like she probably doesn't even need them. Like not even need them, but she doesn't want them. You know what I mean? She's just like, like they
She doesn't even know she doesn't have them on.
She doesn't even know that she
Yeah.
doesn't have them on. It's stuff like that we don't see into that type of aspect of people. Like like I said, there's been a couple of times where, I've been told like, I try to look at things as in their point of view. You know what I mean? I stop to be about me, like how I feel, because you're feeling compassionate, but what is that person feeling? It sucks. You know what I mean? Like that person might be feeling even worse than that. Like,
Yeah.
where their problems are even worse than that her shoes don't even.
Yeah.
That's not. I'm like, damn. So it's crazy
Yeah,
how we
'cause
can't help.
I feel like even, me, I mean, I'm so blessed, right? And I can get down and out and in my moods and in like my lowest points. Like, I've been living in pain for almost a year now. And, V just had like a scare this weekend and she was like bedbound for a few days and she was just in a lot of pain, and she was like, I don't think I'd be able to do that. And it really fucks with you. Like mentally, it fucks with you. And like not just that, like when, I was throughout, my last year of pain, it was when COVID happened. So I'd been staying home for like 6 months already. Since October, I'd been staying home. I didn't work until like a week before COVID happened. I only worked for like a week, and then because I was feeling better, right? And then COVID happened, and then it was just kind of like I kind of got stuck in this hole because I wasn't like being active. I was just, existing, you know. I was like just living in pain. And so then I had to do physical therapy again and like kind of straighten myself up a little bit, because I felt like I was just so weak from not doing anything, just like not being able to do anything because I'm in pain. So having to like work those muscles again, and you know, just walking, being active. Like I went on a 3-mile walk the other day, and I was just so tired by the end of the day. And like this weekend was like a shitty weekend. Like I just did not want to be out. I did go to Caliche Town, but even that was just, it was just too loud in there. It was like, but el ambiente was there.
There you
go. But yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about what happened to you.
Yeah, I got a little scared. I had like a really bad pain, like in the back, like basically, yeah, like kind of like in my back, but it was just on the left hand side and my whole neck. Like I couldn't move my neck, and at first I thought like I slept wrong, and I was like, oh, I like slept wrong, but I was like, what? Like no, and it was just like weird pain, and it wouldn't go away. I think it was for like a week or a little bit more than a week.
It was more than a week.
Maybe more than a week.
And a few days, because it was since Halloween.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, and it hurt. And I started going to my acupuncture, actually, Little's acupuncture. That's how I met her. And I started going, and I thought it was going to help. It got so bad that I was like, oh my God, I have to get x-rays or like MRI, or what do you do? Like, seriously, what do you do? And it was just really, really painful. I mean, I was here this weekend. You saw I didn't drink, and I love to drink. I'll have a beer, but I didn't drink because I was taking meds. And before that, just being in bed, like, I don't know how you did it for so many months and stuff like that, because for me, it was just like a couple of weeks, and it was just like miserable to feel like you're in bed and like you're in pain. Like you're in pain. Like
so
there
did
was
you pop out your shoulder, or what did you
No. So I went to go see my acupuncture, and she's like fixed me up like in so many ways, like for my headache, for like, I mean, my migraines, for my ankles. I've had like 3 sprains, like where like really hurt my ankle.
Thank you.
It was all like swollen, and it was just like really bad, and she like fixed me up. Like she's just amazing. She's a miracle worker.
She's really good.
She's really,
so
really
acupuncture
good.
is like just they put the needles, and then like is that just on different stress points in your body that they put them on, right? Okay.
So it starts off like completely different than that. For me, like she got me like all like my chakras, my this, like just everything. Like she just got me from point A to like where I need to be, and I'm still like in that healing process. But when I went, it was like so painful, and I've never, like, she's always like happy, and I'm happy, you know, I'm just excited to be there. And she's like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm in so much pain. She's like, you are? She like barely touched me, and she's like, oh, whoa, and like she's never like that. She's real straightforward. She's just amazing. And I was just like, oh hell no, like I've been in real bad pain, like. And she's like, this has to do something like with your like lung, or like honestly, like I think it's like stress too. And I'm like, I'm not stressed. Like for once of my life, like I'm so relaxed. I've had like so much fun. Like Halloween had just happened. I'm like, I had like fun, this, that. And she's like, yeah, you may feel that, but I honestly think it's stress. And I was like, okay, like no. And so like the next day I went to, because I was in that much pain, and she's like, yeah, it's stress. Like I really do think it's stress. And I'm like, I don't feel that. She's like, well, you've changed like your entire life, because she's met me for like what?
I started seeing her in May. You probably started seeing her like
June,
in July.
Okay, so I haven't known her like that long, but she has been.
But we know her on a different level.
Yeah. She's just so amazing. Nice. Okay. She's so amazing and smart. And so she's like, no, you've changed so much. Like since from when I first met you to now, like your stress level is different. Like now you do different things. You are different. Your conscience, your mind, your everything. She's like, and your routines, because like my routines have changed tremendously. And I was like, oh man, like different stress of levels, and like stress can do that. And it's scary. I remember I couldn't move my neck or anything. It was just
She says she felt paralyzed on the left side, right? And she's a lefty.
Have you ever got like those pains on your like arm, like
No, never,
like that? No?
Never.
See, like I've had those, like kind of like that, like, but like you said, it's stress. I don't know, like the only worst, like really bad time that I really got it was like maybe like 2 years ago, like before I got this job, and like I was being transitioned from like my other job, where it was a sign company and they were going out of business, and then they weren't paying me. And I was still like working for them, and like I was like stressing out like a lot, like, and then my eyes started twitching for like months, like a month straight. And then like I remember having like an anxiety attack where I was like, I went like to my parents' shop and I was like, hey, can you guys take me to the hospital? Like I can't drive right now. Like I was like, I can't like do anything. Like I can't feel anything. Like I just want to run. Like I want to like dip out. Like, but I don't know what to do. Like I want to cry. I was like, I'm tripping the hell out. I was like, and this is like on a Friday too. Like it was just like, you know, like I was like, I've just been feeling it like since the beginning of the week. Like my space has been like getting like smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And then like, I was just like, today's Friday. And it's just like, I want to run. Like, I don't feel it. Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, and it tripped me the fuck out. Once I got to the hospital, obviously they were just like, you know, I'm like, you're good and whatever. And did a bunch of tests on me and shit. And they're just like, you're probably just stressed out or whatever.
That'll be $3,000.
$3,000 and 99 cents for that. Yeah, I have one of those too. So.
No, stress. It can kill you. It really can, and it really did set me back and had me look at life just a little bit different, and like
it put you on your ass for sure.
It legit put me.
When you're in that much pain, your ego disappears.
Yeah, just like combo.
Your ego is gone,
and it sucks because, like. Just like mentally, like it was just like whoa, like it was. So
where was your pain? Where's your pain at? Like,
so not anymore, but it was like basically here, like this whole like my
entire
neck, and then right here. No, but she told me like at first when she told me about my lungs, I was like, oh hell no, and I stopped smoking, and then I was like, oh, and then like even drinking, and I was just like freaking out, and I was just praying, and I guess I am just gonna throw it in there. I'm gonna tell you guys. So I also did magic mushrooms,
yes,
and I really do feel like that really helped me.
Psilocybin mushrooms.
Little took my son, like she took us out to eat, and then Ezekiel and Caleb made plans without like us even knowing. Next thing you know, he's gone, and I was like,
next thing you know, the car seat's in the back of my car.
Yeah, basically. So I was like, okay,
Let's go, la tía. There you go.
And I was like, well, whatever. And I got home, and I was like, I mean, why not? So I just took them. I just threw them in my mouth, handled.
Okay, how many did you take?
You know what? I was a little a baby. I only did 2 G's.
2 grams?
Yeah, I usually do an eighth. Before back in the day. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
It hit me right away. And
that's good.
I thought we were thinking we should do tea instead.
Oh, no, I just took them.
I told her how to make it, but she was like, I already took them.
And they taste good.
She's weird.
Don't they taste like sunflower seeds?
No.
No? What do you think?
I don't like them.
You know, I drink mine with a nice tall glass of orange juice.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like they taste like sunflower seeds.
I need them in a burrito or something.
Yeah, I read about something like that, but I just like, I'm old school, and like I've only done it a couple of times in my life, and I feel like honestly, okay, so I did it, and obviously I had my connection with my ancestors or my roots and everything, and it was just amazing, obviously, but I did also pray, and I asked for them to heal me because I was scared. I was to the point where I was gonna get x-rays or MRI or whatever I needed to do because I was so scared. This is how I would move if I needed to, only like so slow. I wouldn't move if I no in my bed. I mean,
I came over to see her one day, and she was
it was bad. So once I did them and stuff, and like I prayed, oh my gosh, you won't believe this, I felt like I needed to crack my neck, and obviously I wouldn't dare, and I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. It cracked, like it was weird, and I wasn't in pain. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, like it's crazy. So I think I'm gonna start dosing. Okay. I'll let you guys know about that.
So that's pretty cool because like, I mean, this negative energy is actually bad for you. Like, it's
Panema.
bad for you. Like I can see, you know, like you hear in like cancer patients and like, you know, like when they're sick, when you're down, like it just like it brings you that much more down. Like, and I know it sucks. Like I've never been in any type of pain like that, and I don't wish to ever be in that pain, you know. But we'll see. But you know, like if I ever do, like my mind, I would just love my mind to be like in just like such a positive state through anything and any type of pain that I would feel, that I would just like hope to be like, you know, just stay positive, because I do feel like the more negative, the more down you go, the more down, that more it's going to affect you, like that, you know, that virus or whatever it is in you. It does break you down more. I don't know. I just feel like we have to stay positive when it comes down to anything that we feel that we hurts our bodies, and just know that our bodies are just vessels, you know, and they were just here. They're like our mind and our, you know, our soul is going to keep on going. And that's, I think, what, you know, when you take like psilocybin mushrooms, it does put you into that portal of like noticing, you know, like the one side that you're at and the side that you're like on the other side. So, you know, like, because I just, even when I take mushrooms, like I'm like, damn, like it's trippy to like look at like how the trees move differently. You see the clouds, the sky, like everything looks kind of more cartoonish. Like I took some on Halloween. And Halloween was trippy as fuck for me. And I was just like, yeah, and there was a reason why I took them. And at the end of the day, I come to find out from B that I was going to go to this one place and I didn't end up going. And it was kind of going to be awkward. And I was like, what? No way. Because I thought you guys were going to be there too. So I was like, what the hell?
He was all excited thinking we were going to be there. And I'm like, oh no, we weren't. No, we were, our party or your party was somewhere else. Oh, that thing that
you sent me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no.
He was just excited. But he was.
So I was tripping out. Okay, so, but then I just.
But I don't think we said that we weren't going to go.
No, right?
No. We didn't say anything, but yo nomás así, like, yo estaba aquí en mi casa, like, I was here in my home, and then, like, I was going to go pick up my car, and then I was going to go head over to that place, but then I took the mushrooms, like I was cleaning around my house, and I was like, well, it's 31st. And I was like, okay. And I just fucking munched them out. And like that moon was just so fucking bright on the 31st. Like it was just like
the blue moon
popping out like in your face. Like it was just amazing how it was looking. And especially with the psilocybin mushrooms, like it was just like, dude, like the sky, and then like how the clouds were just like above it. Like se miraba like I was in a cartoon or something. Right? And I'm like talking to Candy, and like nobody knows that I'm like taking them and shit. So usually that's what I do. I don't tell anybody, and you know, I'm just kind of
now everybody knows
in my happy place.
I can't do that. Like, and the reason for that is because mushrooms. And please know that if you do take mushrooms, you do pick up other people's vibe. It's something that you do, and you do just pick it up. I can't do that. When I do mushrooms, I either listen to Terrence McKenna. If you don't know who he is, definitely look him up. Or thinking about doing that, because he is amazing, and I feel like it just like guides you through like a smoother. And I do it in a dark room. I even had my beanie and I put it like over my eyes, so it would be like darker, and you just roll your eyes back and you just fly.
Whoa,
that's how I do it.
You blew my mind, because I just do them and then I just like go on about my day, you know, just like
I went to acupuncture on acid like 2 weeks ago. I didn't tell you guys. I didn't tell you guys.
I don't know.
That sounds like
was I here? Well, okay, so I just took like a quarter tab, because me too. I felt like I was lingering this energy that I'm still lingering. It's not gone, and it was just like I don't like it, and I'm just like, I need something.
Right? That's
I need a little kick.
Yeah, that 31st.
I've never done it.
A little pick me up.
Self-love.
I went to the beach, had Rubio's at the beach, and then I went to my acupuncture appointment. And that's when I was peaking, was at the acupuncture appointment. You know how she has that, or it's the frame of the ocean? I was just tripping out. That shit was looking trippy, and I was just like, just gazing into it. And then I don't know, the lights were just like hitting the reflection of the art, so it was like the moving, you know, like the TV was like making kind of like that, you know how it's changing colors. That's kind of how it was. And then the waves were moving. They were dancing. I think I posted something on my Snapchat about it, like the waves are dancing or something. Fucking.
I just feel like that takes like a very strong mind though to do that, because I can't see myself, like, I trust mushrooms because it's a natural item that just grows. But I don't think I can do it like around like either like acupuncture or somewhere else.
Well, it's weird to do it.
I knew I wasn't gonna be on a stick one.
No, I know.
was just like
mellowing
But
it.
yeah,
still.
and I was tripping in there. Like shit was looking like the curtains were dancing. Like I could see shit on the roof, and it was like Mandelas and like women and babies. Like it was just like flowers.
So how does it
It
feel
was
when
just
she
like,
started puncturing you? Like,
oh, I already had the needles in me by this time, so I was just sitting there, just taking it all in. Like, didn't want to close my eyes because I didn't want it to go away.
But that must be super trippy, because when you go, when you do acupuncture, what happens is like, or at least for me, I feel like it just puts me like in a different state of mind. Like I just like, literally, I feel like my mind actually like just allows me to just.
See, I can't do that. I can't shut down.
You don't fall asleep?
I don't fall asleep.
Wow, I fall asleep.
I can't shut down.
Wow.
I just get really weird still, and I tell her every time, like, I never really like had a fear of needles. I just wasn't a fan, so it gets me every time. It's like when you on a roller coaster and you know what you signed up for, but then you're at the top and you're like, fuck, why do I keep doing this?
Okay, and then that one feeling.
Yeah, and so I always know like it's my head that makes it hurt more than it is, and the ones on my feet especially, because she works on my feet a lot. Not like she works on my feet, but it's not for my feet. It's like for my hips.
And that's
but
the
she
weird
works
part.
on my hips, on my feet. I mean,
yeah, I've seen those little
and right here she works too.
the different puncture points.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
that's so trippy. I know. I can totally. I know that anxiety feeling like that. Ugh, it's like,
and that's why I can't sleep, because I have that feeling.
Oh, that's horrible. No, I go in there and.
but it's like a fun feeling though, like, right? Isn't it like? Ugh,
No,
like,
yeah, it's like I
It's
don't
like
know
a thrill,
how to
right?
describe
It's
it.
like
It's
a
a thrill.
thrill.
It's like adrenaline for sure.
mhm,
And so she was telling me about adrenaline. What was she telling me about adrenaline? Something along the lines of wasting your adrenaline. And I had never heard of that. She's like, you could, or not waste, but like,
using it too much.
nah, I don't think she meant it in a bad way. I think she meant it in a good way. Like, it's good for your body. Like, when she's like, when people skydive, because we were talking about our fears. And I think maybe that's how it even started, was the whole needle thing. I don't know. We were talking about our fears, and I would tell her that I was scared of flying. And, but I'm not really scared of heights. And for her, it was the opposite, like, or the same thing. Like, she was scared of heights, but she didn't mind flying. And then she was telling me how she could never fly out of a fucking airplane, and like skydive and shit. She said that it's good, like, to like release adrenaline.
That's trippy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just imagine
It just
myself
came into
like
to my brain right now.
how much fear it is when you're like skydiving and that adrenaline, and you're like, you know, like when you get into that type of like. That adrenaline trips me the hell out. Like, that's the adrenaline.
But it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, because it makes you feel just for a little bit. Or when that one that subes y te deja caer, like, it just drops you.
Oh,
like,
I don't like that one.
Your heart just like
Or when
stays
you
up
get
there for a while.
yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah, you're like, can you just drop me already?
That's the headache for sure, right there. Headache right after.
I've actually done skydiving, and if you guys haven't, you should.
Never
I'm thinking
in my
about
life.
it. I'm thinking about it.
It was so much fun.
Damn.
It was so much fun. But I will say, like, I was super excited. I didn't even notice. Like, I was the last one, and I was like, oh dang it, I want to be like the first one to like get on the plane, or like what is it, like a helicopter. And I was like, okay. And next thing you know, I was the last one, and meaning I was the first one that I had to jump out. I was like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for that. Like, I didn't even think about it, but yeah.
So you thought you were gonna be the last one?
No, I didn't even think about that. I just wanted to go up front, like with my girlfriend, and next thing you know, it was just like, oh shit. He's like, you ready? I'm like, No.
How ready can you be? I'm already in on top of this airplane.
Damn, honestly, I think if I saw someone jump out of a plane, I wouldn't do it. So I would have to be the first.
Yeah.
Throw me out first, because
Just
fuck.
throw me.
Yeah, I'm like,
Be the last
I
one.
need to get to the ground now. Throw me.
I would want to jump with someone, but it is very uncomfortable because if you're jumping with someone, which you will, you're basically when you're on the plane or what is it? A plane
Oh
or
yeah,
a
he's like
helicopter?
carrying you and he like humping you.
No, when you're sitting down, you're on top of them. You know, so it's kind of like. So think about that one.
Or
si te pegan, no.
get a hot one.
There you go. I'll take that muscle man right there.
I want that one. Oh,
I know.
What was that?
did you hear that?
That was a good laugh.
Where are we at? Freedom. Let it ring. Let it ring on both ears.
There you go.
We're back,
We're
ladies
back.
and gentlemen.
We're live from DJ Nasty's studio. Hi.
Yes. So freedom. What is freedom?
Freedom. Textbook or to me? To me, freedom. Okay, I started reading the 4 agreements again.
Nice.
And so the 4 agreements are, what's the first one? Be impeccable with your word. What's the second one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the second one, but don't take anything personal. Don't make assumptions, and always try your best. So, impeccable with your word. Don't have give me a minute. I need to drink this.
Thirsty. It's this blunt. We're gonna get another one for this other side of the portal. Now we're gonna talk about freedom. Freedom.
Let me go back to it because it's gonna bug me. Go ahead.
So what is freedom for you guys? Freedom for me is time, being able to have like the power to schedule whenever or however I can, especially right now with the whole having my son at home doing homeschool. Well, he's doing virtual, but I'm basically his teacher. Like I'm kindergarten. It's hard. Oh man, it's hard. I didn't know what I signed up, and it's hard. So freedom for me is like having the freedom to like with my time. Mm-hmm. What about you guys?
Is that like financial freedom? Maybe like is that what it be? No, or just freedom as in like,
just like freedom to be able to be like, oh yeah, next Friday we can.
Yeah, like have just be in charge of your own schedule at all times.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it comes with a lot of your having your own business, being yourself, you know, your own, boss. So definitely people be your own boss, look for that. Because if you are valuable to a company, if you are making money for them, trust me, if you are a valued employee and you're a manager, like, and if you're thinking about starting a job, a little side job, do it. Just jump into it. Start working. Those little 2 hours. After your 8-hour job. Just put in a couple more hours and start building your business. In a couple years, you will have built a little empire. Mm-hmm. Trust me. It's that freedom. I'm looking for that freedom. We're all looking for that freedom. I watched my parents have that freedom practically their whole life with us, because we would take us to school, bring us over here, we would go over there to the shop, like that. It's that freedom, and I feel like we grew up a little bit more closer to our family, and I feel like we grew up with a little bit more values than say other people that have not grown up, with their parents around them. And I'm not saying we're like the best kids ever, but there has definitely been a certain kind of connection that I feel with our parents than I think I would feel than if we weren't in that type of aspect, and I want to put that into my daughter.
I feel like, as a parent, I definitely spend more time with my kid, and like the whole freedom thing. I made a decision to quit my 9 to 5 and get a serving job for years. I did that for like 3 or 4 years, so I could have the freedom to be with my son in the mornings, to teach him in the mornings. Like I've been, it's my third year homeschooling, so I had to figure out how I was gonna switch my time for more money, less time for more money. And that's how I found that I could make more money in less time, and at the time that I can work, because during the day I got my baby all day.
Yeah.
But also led to a lot of partying because I didn't work the next morning.
So yeah, being responsible with your time too. Like, I mean, keeping those systems in place. You know what I mean? I mean, I think we're all there. We're growing up. We want to party. We don't want to miss out. I've been there too. Like, as a DJ, you want to be able to make it to every function. You want to be able to be there at every kickback. But you have to start learning, and you'll start seeing that change in your life. You will start seeing if you start putting a little bit more emphasis on your work. Like I said, minding your own business. You mind your own business. You're gonna dig up those coals, those diamonds. You're gonna polish them up, and they're gonna be flourishing. And they're gonna be bringing you in that income later on in 2-3 years. And in 2-3 years, 4 years, you're gonna be able to go party and not have to worry about the next day too. Like, you know what I mean? But you're going to be able you're not going to be broke the next day.
Especially because once you get older, your hangovers are 3 to 5 business days.
Yes.
It's not, you can go to work the next day. Like, again, Snapchat reminds me how much I would fucking party and go to work the next day. Como si nada.
Bro, I know.
I would just throw my hair up in a bun, put a little bit of mascara on, and I was ready to fucking go. Horrible. So bad.
Oh my god, man.
But it's okay to be selfish too.
Yes.
You have to be selfish.
That was my selfish stage for sure.
And the thing of it is like now I think you told me that today, how you're like square one. Like it's okay to be at square one. It really is, because what I tell you, you're stronger.
Yeah.
You're wiser.
I've already been through this.
Yeah. And it's like now it's time to do it again. But now you know how to like hold it and like handle it.
I have different tools that help my pain
mindset.
Yeah. Your mindset you've grown. You're not the same person that you were, even yesterday, even a year ago. Now imagine that. So, with all the experiences that have come in, you're able to handle different situations. You're going to think much sharper, and you're going to be more on your toes. You're going to follow that gut feeling.
I read something that really, it like sat with me very well. It resonated with me. Just because, like being in pain really just sits you on your ass, and it just gets you to think. So it kind of like calms you. It calms me now. Like right now, I can tell you I've been in pain since I got here. I've been in pain since I woke up this morning. I've just been in pain all day. But I had to go to the dentist. I had to go meet with Caleb because he started a tutor today. I ended up going to a little consignment store that was across the street from the doctor's, and I was just like I have to deal with this. I don't know if you guys could see it in my eyes. I'm probably stoned, but you can see the pain in my eyes sometimes. And I don't know if people notice, but I don't have my full potential. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm not 100% myself today. I am, but I'm trying my best. That's one of the 4 commandments, but I'm not. I'm not my best right now, and I could feel it. And that's why I'm glad I have the freedom to be selfish, because I'm a stay-at-home mom right now. I just gotta make sure my kid is fine. I gotta make sure I'm fine. And I really had to sit down and kind of figure my little ducks out and put them in order and see how I'm gonna do this. And I'm here.
You're human though. I mean, we have to deal with pain, whether it is one way or another. And to not show it just shows how strong you are. To be strong, you're strong for everybody else. You know what I mean? It's not, because you don't want everybody to see you in pain. I think it hurts you to see them.
I've already seen where it can put me. I've already, how you were, that's how I was for months. What it felt like months. And sometimes I would have good weeks and I had bad weeks, and it was just fuck, when is this shit gonna go away?
And I will add to that, just the fact that you do feel like that, and I can relate just a little bit, because yours is crazy. I mean, where you're even doing therapy and all of that, but with me, I guess it I wasn't even trying to be like dramatic, but like I legit felt like I was paralyzed. I cried, but I mean, I cry. I mean, and you put me in a movie and I'll cry, but like I was crying, like not like hardcore. It was just like the pain, like it was just there, and it was just like, how is it not going away? So like, but I will add on what you guys were all saying, the fact that you are going through all that, and the fact that you're still a dreamer, you're still a go-getter, you still have the energy to like push me on certain things, like go for it, like I can sit here and be like, oh, but boom 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 boom, and you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, but let's still go for it. We have a huge project working into like add a second project, and still dealing with like your personal life, everything you just mentioned. It's like something to look and be like, oh, learn from it, and know like we all have,
It's possible.
yes,
So
the impossible is possible.
I'm gonna read this little insert. It says, being calm about everything allows your mind to find solutions. Calmness is also the state of trust. Instead of overthinking and overreacting, you can just surrender for that moment and allow yourself to receive guidance for what doesn't make sense. And that's why I feel like when I have high expectations for people, and I know that's bad, but it's like when you hold them up to a standard almost, you know, because that's how you see them. You see them like, you should know better. Like, what do you mean you don't know better? Like, you need to know better. And I feel like that's probably when I get the most frustrated, or that's when like I'm like I can't get you to see things the way I'm seeing them. Like, you just need to relax and like just take a breather, step back a little bit, and like figure it out. Like, don't let it get to you like that. Like, why are you letting it control you? Like, it pisses me off that you let it get to you, you know? And it's like, it's kind of like a side of me that I don't want to show, or I'm not, like, it's like the old me. Like, I don't want to bring that side out of me anymore. Like, I want to just be Jocelyn Little. I don't want to be gambling anymore. Like, I just want to be Jocelyn Little all the time. But, you know, I had to be gambling to be Jocelyn Little, and like just be able to have solutions for everything, or ideas for everything. And yeah, it just comes down to being mindful. And it's, you know, it still gets the best of me. I still, you know, people get to me, life gets to me, but at least I know, like, I'm not stuck in that cycle of letting other people's actions or reactions affect my life or my mood or whatever.
Or if they test you, but, you still pass the test.
And there's honestly, like, I don't know, there's just people that know how to push your buttons.
Yes, they do.
Going to what you were saying about like losing control when you get angry. Like I've done that, you know, like I can tell you countless times in my life where I've messed up and done something like that. You know, where you let your emotions just get the best out of you, and you just like lose that fight completely because you just see red, and you're just like,
you want blood.
Mad. Yeah, you're just super fucking mad. And, you know, you just come out of there and you're just like, man, what a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? And I, you know, and I've read it in, you know, in different books, and, you know, that Food for Thought one too. It talks about, you know, you know, the person that, you know, that gets hyped up, that gets like angry, you know, you automatically kind of like just like lose that argument already because, you know, you don't let that person express themselves, or you just see just your side of the story, and you're not, you know, you're not being mindful of what they're trying to say and how they feel, you know, like you don't put yourself in their shoes. So, you know, you do lose that complete argument. It sucks. It totally sucks. I can, you know, like I said, a lot of times that I've done that, and I'm like, you know, I've been so much better about doing that. Like once I heard that, you know, that it does, it just ruins all your credibility, you know.
It just makes you look weak. Like, that's how I describe it. It just makes you look weak because, you know, someone else has that much control over you, that, you know, and like me too. It happens to me too. And I hate it because it just, I step out of my character. Yeah. And it's like, you bring me down. And now I'm like, like, why did I let let that take over me. Like, why?
And that's just, I believe, it's just part of like life and how you handle it. I believe I had a really bad anger issues, like, because I would lose my shit too bad. And what really helped me was combo, which is the medicine. It's a
Monkey tree frog.
Monkey tree frog, and we've talked about this too, and it really helped me. It helps with like anger, it helps with depression, it helps.
So our next session is to December 12th. You guys said, is that where?
Oh, you're
am I
doing
going?
it too?
I'm going.
You're going. I'll drive
because I've been feeling pain, so I want to go. I want to go do this combo
I'm
thing.
due for combo.
So.
I was thinking about it yesterday. Like, am I ready to fucking?
We are ready.
I was gonna throw it out. Yeah, so I was gonna start actually detoxing from now and just stop drinking. Actually, so good. I was gonna stop drinking. My liver feels so bad.
Dude,
after
my
this
gut
weekend.
is bad too. I've been drinking kombucha and bushcraft, and it's like it's doing its job, but it's.
What is that supposed to do?
The
to
fucking frijoles from Culichi Town food. Don't eat them. Dude,
so I've never been to Culichi Town. I'm not like a narco status like that anymore.
Dude, there was a security guard that came. I don't know if he came with the family. I don't know if he works there, but he had the whole fucking narco setup. Like you know, like how Oscar dressed up for Halloween. Exactly like that.
Burn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, okay, sick ass fool.
You guys are so funny.
Oh my god! But Culichi Town's what is it pretty good or what? What's their sushi 2 for 1 on what Wednesdays? What?
I don't know.
Do a promo already right now. Manda no sushi's on Wednesday.
The sushi was good. I had, I think it was called arroyo or something. I don't remember what it was. And then I had a taco. It had like shrimp, bacon, avocado, and chipotle sauce. It was really good. The presentation was good too. I don't know, lately, okay, so I used to work as a server, so I'm very picky about my servers, and they didn't take care of me very well there. I felt like there was dirty dishes on the table for a very long time, and like the server could have picked it up plenty of times and he didn't. So I just don't like that. I don't like dirty dishes on my table when I'm having my drink, like after, you know, like I just don't like it.
Oh, like when you were already sitting down?
No, at the end, like when you're done eating and your dirty dish is right there, like they don't pick up your dirty dish, and like, you know, we're hanging out having more drinks.
And they're supposed to.
And I think they do that because they want you out already too. So there's like little things that people do too, like or whatever, you know. So
I don't know. I just don't fucking like that.
And if
shit.
you don't, be like, hey, can you take these?
I tried, but it's so fucking loud. He couldn't hear me. Every time I would try to get his attention after that, like I just couldn't. So I was like, he kept turning around, playing it sick. I'm like, mother.
You went on the weekend?
That tip.
Saturday.
Yeah.
That tip goes
Yeah, they're
down,
just trying to.
That tip goes
No,
down.
he got a $40 tip.
Goddamn girl. Jesus.
So what else did you do for your weekend?
I think that's the only thing I did because I wasn't feeling well. Well, Friday. Okay, so Friday, it was my uncle's birthday, my Uncle Rudy's birthday, and they had mariachi at his shop. So that was cool. We got to hang out.
What kind of shop?
I was trying to collect the cans, but my grandma collects the cans.
Yeah, you can't compete with family.
Yeah, you can't.
Please don't get into family fights over this, please,
I was
guys.
like, abuela, aquí para los. She was like, oh no, este bote uso para los botes. I was like, oh, fuck.
She's like, I'm not having what you having. Nah.
She had like took my own fucking bote and shit.
Like my family, pues es para las familias de necesidad. Pues sí, nosotros lo necesitamos.
And don't even try to explain yes we can to her.
Don't even try.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that. I went on a walk, on a like 3-mile walk around Escondido. I walked from my house to Grand, to City Hall, back to my house. So that was fun. That's when I saw that. And then that was Friday. I just stayed home because I wasn't feeling well. And then Saturday, I went to Culichi Town, but I was in bed all day. And then got home, went to bed. And then Sunday, Caleb's game. He had his first game of the season.
Soccer?
Yeah, Ezekiel and B came to see him. It was cute.
Was that early in the morning?
I went to Sublime. No, it was like at 1.
Okay.
In Vista, so it wasn't raining over there. It was weird. It was like pouring crazy on the freeway. And then once we hit Vista, like deep San Marcos, the sun came out. So that was good. They played on turf, so it wasn't bad. They lost, but it was a good game. He, played defense and he did decent. Obviously, they lost, but
I mean, they're barely starting.
Yeah.
I mean, we can only hope for the best.
but he's so much better now. I haven't seen him play in such a long time, since before COVID.
I want to get Jazzy into soccer. So Jazzy wants to do like gym and soccer. I think
she looks like she could play good soccer.
She liked basketball too for a while.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Tall, make her grow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that on Sunday. Then we went to Sublime and then just hung out at home.
I haven't been to Sublime. It's super good though. I love their food.
I used to work there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's San
For,
Marcos, right?
3 years. 2 years.
Yeah, San Marcos.
Yeah. I had a grilled cheese sandwich. Jalapeno popper grilled cheese sandwich.
You would be like a person that goes and gets a grilled cheese sandwich
because
at a
I've been
restaurant.
craving this since last Monday, and
With her thick ass soup.
Yeah, with my thick ass tomato bisque. I just wanted like crunchy to dip in my tomato bisque and just bite it, and I was bien enchilada for like a jalapeno, and it wasn't good for my stomach. But I had kombucha. It was just my cravings, what I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
And then
So yeah, we party every weekend. That's how we do it.
We just celebrate every day.
Every day.
is a
What did you
celebration.
eat? Oh my god.
So we had Jazzy's birthday.
That shit was sick.
So that shit was kind of weird.
Why?
Because we had it inside. I mean, it was cool.
Amazing.
It was cool. Yeah, I'm saying that's cool, but like, I mean, the rain, it does suck that the rain comes through.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we made the best of it, and we had I told Jazzy, I was like, hey, so let's go get some games and let's go get some like toys at like 99-cent store, and then we'll just like wrap them up, and then we'll do a bunch of like games for all the kids and everybody.
Like a baby shower for kids.
Yeah, like a baby shower. That's what Candy said, and I was like, oh, like a baby shower. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, we copied a couple of the baby shower games.
Kid friendly.
So last weekend, Candy had a baby shower, and this weekend, Jessie had a birthday shower.
What are we doing this weekend? I mean,
whatever you guys want to celebrate, like we could just celebrate. I think, like you said, V was like, we were outside, and he's like, you guys should plan Ezekiel's birthday, and I was like, yeah, we totally should. I'll do. That was not how I went.
I will bring Candy over.
Oh, what was
that?
It?
Was definitely not how it.
How did it go? How did it go? Because I was drunk already.
No, you were. Yeah.
I'm surprised you remember.
Damn, I'm surprised I remember too.
And I think it's because
the kid came in.
No, okay, so he was just like, we were like ready to head out, and he was like, he asked Ezekiel, I think you asked him like, oh, when's your birthday? And Ezekiel's like, oh no, not like this. And then I was like, okay. And then he's like, no. I'm like, when's your birthday? He's like, oh, April 27th. But my birthday's not like this. My mom doesn't do it because it's hard. And then this fool, he's like, oh, we'll host it. Like, we'll do it for you. Da 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 da. You want me to do it like this for you and all this and that? On the way home, oh no, and then I even told him, I'm like,
no le digas,
wait till you're sober and you can promise him. And then Candy's in the back like, oh, this dude, like, and I'm like, and she was relieved when I was like, we'll talk when you're sober.
Oh my God,
and then on the way home, Ezekiel's like, yeah, I want it to be Sonic themed.
Hell yeah!
And I'm sitting there like, well, talking to the wrong person.
Let's do this. I'm so down. Okay. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm down to host a party. Like, that's like, especially the kid's birthday party. Come on, like, you swear I can't.
That'd be cool.
That'd be so awesome. Yeah, because hell yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog coming at your way real quick.
Love it.
So yeah, because I mean we've been doing this forever. Like I've even told Candy, like, do like little tables. Do like they charge $200 or $300 just to come and do a little 4x8 table. Like they put a bunch of like. Bombones and candies, and they put like the balloons on top, everything that you know how to do. Boom. That's your right there. It's residual income. You're going to start getting clients like that. What if we can build a whole party system? Like you said, we host a party. You just come and get us as like hosts. You know what I mean? Like we're going to make sure that you have center tables, you have the piñata, you have the candies. We have 5 to 6 different games. We got you where you're going to get your cake, where you're going to get all your stuff, and we just have everything. Because most parents don't understand. They don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? It is a lot. It's like a big... It is a lot.
You do know how to do it. Like, are you kidding me?
I would not want to do that shit.
And they wouldn't want to do that shit. You know what I mean? But what if you could pay us, and then you take all the credit for it. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, super awesome. And then we set you up. Like, I already know all the tables, where to get the tables, where to get the jumpers, where to get the So I just build your package, and then we just go from there. And then at the end of the day, you know, I hire people that just help us out. Oh, dude, there's money everywhere. There's money and idea everywhere, people. Trust me, like, California is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. These weddings and parties are going to go right back up. I already feel it. Everybody's just like freaking just COVID. Once January hits, dude, like, people are not going to have it. Like, people ready like to get partying and weddings.
I'm seeing all these like, oh, are you guys still going to get together during these holidays? Like, with your family? And I'm like, why not? Why wouldn't I?
I love food. Are you kidding me?
Well, then you just gotta stay close to the people that you love. Like, what are you trying to separate us for?
What are you gonna do? Like, Zoom them?
Yeah, I thought that was like the worst thing ever.
They just want to divide us and that's,
not feel close, and that energy, like you said, like that homie energy around us and stuff. You have to be able to stay that and keep your values close to yourself, man.
Right now, more than ever, there's so much negativity going around. You gotta disconnect sometimes. Because think about it, like, everything bad that you see or know about, you get that information from your phone. Even if it's like V, yesterday you were like, oh, did you get that thing that I sent you? I'm like, no, dude, I haven't been on my phone. Like, I try to, like, disconnect from my phone sometimes. Like, I really try. It's hard.
Do you log off?
No.
Or do you just, like, not read messages?
I don't have my notifications on.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So it doesn't show me. Like, when people call me, yeah, it comes up. But my texts don't show up. My Instagram doesn't show up. It vibrates, but it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up. So I always have no notifications when my screen is locked. When I unlock it, then it shows me everything.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just because, I mean, I don't know if anyone really needs to get a hold of me. Even that, like having to answer my phone sometimes, I'm like, oh, like, I'm such at peace right now. Like, I don't want to break this vibe. Like, I don't want to break this energy by answering the phone right now.
Well, that feels good. You answer every time I call you, I always answer your call.
Some people are probably going to be pissed because I'd be ignoring everyone. Okay. I'd be ignoring everyone.
But I mean, like you said, why ruin that peace around me? Like, if I don't really need it, like, I can see, because my phone, like, rings all day, and, like, my messages are going off, and, like, I'm texting, like, this person, a client, then I go back on my, like, hey, a veces nomás estoy pendejeando. You know what I mean? I'm just going back through fucking Instagram and Snapchat and then Facebook. And then I get off my phone and I go to my computer and then I go to my email and then I go back to Facebook. And I'm like, why the fuck did I just do this? Because I was just on my phone. So you do have to break those little cycles. You have to be mindful of those cycles. It's hard to like get away from it. Like, and like you said, those notifications, there's things that I've taken notifications off because it gets so annoying. Like, you're just like, what the fuck?
It just takes you away from whatever you're doing.
Like, oh, this person went live. Like, I don't give a fuck who the fuck's live right now. Like, I mean, honestly, like, most of the time it's just, you know, like, probably people you never like made contact with, you know, because like I follow a bunch of people too. But it's just like, okay, yeah, you're live, whatever. But it takes you away. You're looking at your phone, you're constantly
I think that's why I've had like a hard time like with my business too, because I don't know, sometimes I just don't feel like posting. I don't feel like responding to people, like, but I do, like, my orders, I respond to those.
Oh, money?
But like I haven't like you know how like people like build bonds and stuff over the internet. I feel like I've taken myself out of like that, like, it's wanting to connect through someone through the internet. Like, I rather connect with the people around me, my family. You know, I've always just been so about my friends and like work and all that when I was like, you know, living my life. And now I'm like, what's in front of me? Like, my kids in front of me, V's in front of me, you know, this person, my family. Like, I need to be with them. Like, on Fridays and Saturdays, me iba de parranda. Now I'm at home. I'm with my parents. I'm going to dinner with my parents. I'm hanging out with them, my aunt, my uncle. Like, I'm with my family now.
Nice.
And then that's very smart. Like right now that you guys were saying about like that, as well as family coming with like holidays, you don't always have to go with your family either.
No.
It's very important to also keep yourself grounded and in a healthy mindset. And you don't have to do that. Sometimes you are very blessed, like Little is. You, Jorge, you're very blessed too with your family, and Candy's family. I got to meet her parents, and it's just like you guys are so blessed to have that. But some of us, and I'm speaking for myself as well, we don't. And sometimes it's just best to just, if it's like that and it's been like that, just because it's Thanksgiving or it's Christmas,
Where are you gonna open the can of worms?
yeah. And it's like, if you haven't had the time to contact me or family, whatever, then it's like, just because it's a holiday, don't hurt yourself.
Like, you know, if your family's like a shit show every year, like maybe this year you don't want to deal with the shit show, and you know,
And you
go
can
with
use
your
COVID
friends.
as an excuse.
Yeah, it's a blessing in disguise.
So be very selfish. Selfish is not bad as long as you're happy.
Yeah, and you know, that's how I feel too. I don't feel like I owe my energy to anyone, and you know, it's kind of offending when people think they have access to me just because I hung out with them once, twice, or I used to hang out with them. You know, it's
I've like known you for thousands of years.
Yeah, you know, it's just like you don't have access to me like that. Like I don't put myself in a lot of situations just because I felt like for a long time I was everywhere. That now I want to be escondida. Like I just want to be with my family. Like I want to just kick it with my like 4 friends, 2, 3, 4 friends that I have. And just, you know, do my podcast and be a mom.
I feel special now.
And like, you know, I probably see you more than fuck anyone now.
And that's because we're so
invested.
Yes, we are. We have invested so much time and
look at
so
these
energy.
mics, yo.
Look at these mics.
Invest.
And we're about to get, well, no, these, honestly, I still like my headphones though.
Yeah.
They're Ezekiel's. Hey, Ezekiel.
Hi, Ezekiel.
Thank you.
Hi, Jasmine.
Thank you for
Jasmine.
listening.
Happy birthday, Jasmine. We have to share those pictures.
Oh, yes. We're
Oh,
going to
yes, we'll
share
be sharing
her
pictures.
sick-ass birthday.
Sick-ass birthday. So.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I do try to play it out like it's not that big, but it's just me.
No, if you guys could do that for her, yeah, definitely.
Dude,
could do
and my
it for other
Facebook was
kids.
showing, and like we've had birthdays for her since since she was born, like so, like I was looking at my Facebook, yeah, and I was looking at my Facebook, and it's like it shows the apartment and all the people that were there, and I was like, oh my God, like it's crazy.
Leveling up.
We do sometimes go crazy out and stuff, but you know, why not go out for your kids? You know, it is, you know, another year that, you know, they're here with us, and you know that we're celebrating that they're growing, and you know they're teaching us just so much, dude. Like, because at the end of the day, like I feel like she teaches me more about myself than I can ever probably teach her. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so crazy to see how, you know, they grow, and you know, they take everything that they see around you, and they want to put it into their lives, and they want to help you out. Like, you know, like UV, you got your little helper, though, you know, asking you to pay him, but you know what I mean?
Oh, what did he say
he's
at
on
the
that.
game? You were like, oh, because we were trying to make plans, and she was like, oh, let me check to see if I have clients. And Ezekiel was like, you don't.
Yeah, like I was just like, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
And then he puts me
assistant.
on blast.
He was like, you don't. And eating his Cheerios, like, don't worry, Mom, you don't.
And I didn't. I mean, he like it was so weird. And then he says that I don't pay him, which is horrible because.
Well, maybe you should pay him. Then he'll be like, Mom, it looks like you're booked up. Let's see if we can fit you in. You know what I mean? Oh, let me see if we can fit you in, you know?
Well, that's the problem, that he goes to work with me, but he takes his phone or tablet and his little headphones, and that's him working. Like, and sometimes I make him, I'll be like, hey, carry this, and or hold this or do that, and he'll be like, oh, my hand hurts. I'm like, well, my pocket hurts too sometimes, you know? Like, I tell him how it is, and I do say he's the CEO. I just started his little hashtag as easy and then CEO, and he really is. You have to just put that in their mind. He may not be the CEO for Wigs by Me, and I mean, if he wants to do that too, shoot, whatever, you know. We're building a legacy for our children, and I feel like if he's not for that, he's gonna be for something. He's going to be. He is already just so amazing, just like everybody else is.
Well, he's watching
kids.
you grow, so he's gonna be like, wow, like if my mom got this far, you know what I mean, in my lifespan of when I'm like 18 or whatever is where I'm at. Like, imagine how much more I can go and everything that she's taught me already and I've seen. So it's just like, it gives you that much more ganas de hacer todo. Sí. Like Jasmine, she's like, wow, you're a DJ. You're like, you design here and you do this. Like, I want to be like that. Like, I want to be able to have, I'm like, dude, you should have multiple things. You should follow every single thing that you like to do, because anything that you like to do, you can make it into a business. Yes. You can make money off of anything that you like to do, because there's enough people on this planet, and I kid you not, and there's like ways for you to get your work out there and get money from all types of corners of the planet. Trust me, and you will be able to succeed. Like, just follow what you want to do, follow your heart, and follow yourself.
Facts.
That gut. Yes. Follow that gut.
And if you're stuck, let us know. We'll be happy to have some brainstorm.
Yeah, we can brainstorm
ideas. For you guys. Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, tell us what you guys like to do, and then we'll be like, okay, so you can do this, right? We should build like a little like you know, like the Cosmo thing where it was like, oh, what are your interests in, or what color hair boys do you like?
ABC.
Yeah, ABC.
Do the polls.
But now we do the poll for business. What interest is you?
Let us know what you want us to talk about, or what you don't want us to talk about.
Yeah, because I feel like we talk
either
about
way,
everything.
we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, so.
No, but we really are here for you guys. Anything you guys need, call us, text us,
DM us. There we go.
Happy
Follow
birthday,
links.
Wigs by V.
Yeah, happy birthday, Wigs by V. What's up? We got some merch coming in soon, guys, too. So we got some sweaters we'll be dropping soon. And some crew necks, maybe. Beanies too. Yeah, so we're going to get working on that pretty soon, guys. We got you guys. We're going to work really hard. I think we're going to put in some extra overtime. Yeah. So just for you guys, because we love you guys, and thank you guys for always being here.
Also, we're going to start sharing the other side of the portal.
Yes. I hope you guys are ready for that one.
That's going to be a surprise.
That's going to be a cool surprise.
Another celebration.
Another celebration
to add to the bug calendars.
It's fun, though.
No, seriously, celebrate life. Every day. It's a present.
It's a present. It's a present. Thank you.
You got this. Go for it.
Yes.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Mwah.
Bye.